Computer's gonna do. Well, welcome, y'all. Thank you, thank you. Welcome to week 1 of New Consultant Education. I am Julie Williams, Sales Director Julie Williams. I am going to pin my video so that my face is on the screen so I can see who I'm talking to. Thank you for each of you that are on here tonight. This is a brand new rotation of New Consultant Education, and we have just decided, well, we've kind of through planning and discussing, we are changing up New Consultant. This will be the 3rd way that we've gone through this process, and we're trying to figure out what is the best so that it benefits and maximizes your learning experience the most. So welcome to the revised New Consultant Education Training. This is going to be an 8-week course, 2 months, May and June. After that, we will reevaluate at that time. We will have gone through 3 different scenarios and decide which one we feel is the most effective. So thank you for being on here, and we would love your feedback. At any time you feel like you need to share, hey, this is not working for me, or this is boring, or this is, I wish you did this, or I wish you did that. We want your feedback. So please take a few minutes and share that with us. Okay, hang on. I've got a message coming in. I just want to make sure that I've got a girl trying to get in on the same time. Try typing with the direct link. Hang on. Zoom.us. And then our meeting ID is, I was getting ready to go over all this with y'all, so it's good that I'm pulling it up. I'm sorry, y'all. But when we got somebody trying to get on, we want to make sure they can see what they're doing. 502. Gotta love technology. 264. Just when you try to start recording, I might cancel the recording and y'all might get to hear all that again. 502-264. Come on. 9563. Okay. All right. So we're back. It's all good. That's good for you to hear. Okay, so what I was telling, this was a consultant that could not get on. Sometimes the juliewilliams.com/Zoom link is acting right, okay? You can always just come into zoom.us and then type in the meeting ID, which looks like a phone number. It's just 502-264-9563. 502-264-9563. I'll post that later on in an email that I'll do a recap with each one of you. But that's sometimes when it acts funky, you can get in that way, just so you know. Okay, so back to what I was saying, that this is the beginning of the first 8 weeks of the rotation. We've kind of shuffled some of the topics around, those kind of things. So you're coming in on week 1. So I'm proud of you for being here. I am recording these simply because I want to be able to go back and evaluate them myself, as well as I'm going to post the 8 weeks on our websites with the password for new consultants so that you can always go back and review something that maybe you learned or needed to hear. Okay, so just wanted you to know that that is in the works, but it probably will not all be posted until weeks from now. So just know that we're in the process of changing some things. Okay, so we're glad you're here today. Week 1. So I am coming to you, first of all, I want to talk to you about Zoom for just a second. There's some features in Zoom that I want to make sure you know how to use. There is a chat option at the bottom of your screen. There's an option for you to chat. And when you chat, you can type a message and everyone can see it like this I'm doing right now. Hi, everyone. Hey, everyone. You also have the capability of sending private messages as well. So you can play with that. But the reason I'm doing that is sometimes we as the presenters get on a roll and you have a question and maybe we don't see you raising your hand in the camera. You can always type the question there. It'll pop up and the presenter will see it and she will answer when she gets a minute to take a breath, to think or whatever. She'll answer and can answer your question. It's also another place that maybe we're not at a place where we can stop. So when we get to the end, then we as the presenter can go back and look. It is not for other consultants on the line to answer the question. I just want you to know that is specifically for the presenter to answer the questions, but it is a great place for you to be able to type in the questions. Okay, so just want to let you know that that is there. The other Zoom etiquette that I want to just take a minute to let you know, because you are brand new to Mary Kay or you're restarting your business for Mary Kay from this aspect. With that said, there's a couple of Zoom etiquette things. So for example, I'm sitting in a quiet place right now. That is number 1. Y'all, this is a 1-hour time frame that we're asking you to give us your undivided attention. So in a quiet place. If you do find that you're in a place that there's a lot of distractions, so for example, this door behind me leads to my den area. You go this way, you walk into my bedroom. So if my husband needs to come in here, then he's going to track through behind me, okay? So what I did is I pretty much told him before I got on here, hey, by the way, I am getting ready to do a call, so don't come busting through here in your shorts or your undies, okay? Like I pre-warned him what needed to be done so that he would be prepared to not come busting through my training call. Even if I was sitting here being quiet, listening to someone else, I give him the common courtesy of, hey, I'm on a Zoom call. Please do not interrupt through the process, okay? So just so that you'll know that, okay? The other thing is be presentable. You don't have to be in Mary Kay attire for these calls. You can be in a t-shirt and comfy clothes, but be presentable. Don't be in your bra and your nightshirt or no bra in your nightshirt. We've had some people do that, and we don't want to see that. We take the time to be here, so we want to see your beautiful faces. If, for example, like Roz mentioned, she was getting ready to have her dinner, I know that this hits at funny times for everybody. Turn your camera off so that we don't see you eat. We do prefer that you be live with us and in face so we can see your face, because that's the whole point of doing video conferences, so we can see you. But if something is going on around you, you can't turn your camera off. There's an option to do that. So you just simply go in and you turn your camera off, okay? So with that said, give me just a second. I'm going to mute across the board because I can mute all the phones normally. Okay, we're good. Okay, so I just want to give you a little bit of Zoom etiquette through there. That's just some of those little tips I like to tell you. Like when I start training, I always let people know where the bathroom is. Well, that's exactly what I just did. I let you know what the bathroom breaks are, okay? So tonight's topic is you're new, you're getting started. What do we need to do? Now, some of this is going to be refreshers for those of you that have been in for a while. And I thank you for being on the call because this gives you a fresh start to start somewhere new. Others of you, this may be brand new to you and you're like all totally new. So it's okay. One thing I'm going to do is I'm making a list of who is on the call, because at the end, any documents that I share with you, I will try to send to you in an email, okay? So if I do not have your email, I will let you know that. I'll get in touch with your director. Josie, I don't think I have yours. Shannon, I have yours. Lacey, G, I don't have yours. Roz, I have yours, okay? So y'all need to send me a quick text message to, and I'll type it over here so that you can see my phone number. Send me a text message and send me your email. That way I can give you any of the documents that we're going to use tonight. So make sure you send me a text message, shoot me your email address. Now, the first thing that we're going to talk about is this thing I have on right now. This is a beauty coat. Am I requiring you to go out and buy a beauty coat? Nope, 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 nope. But for someone like me that is cosmetically challenged, attire challenged, y'all, I'm a tomboy and I need other people to teach me how to do my hair, do my makeup, tell me what to wear. I do not like to think about how to dress. I love Mary Kay events because they are very specific on how to dress, especially when it's a Mary Kay attire event. I'm like, sweet, I don't even have to think about what to wear. I can wear my suit or I can wear my beauty coat. You know what I mean? Like I know exactly what to wear and I don't have to worry about it, and I wear the same thing every time. This is a beauty coat, okay? So just so you can see, it's got Mary Kay on it, beauty coat, ordered through MK Connections, okay? If you're not sure what that is, please ask your director. She will let you know how to get to MK Connections and order it. It is the best money I have ever spent in my business because, y'all, I can take this beauty coat and throw it over a cute little shirt and I look professional, okay? I can throw it on over a tank top and dress pants and look professional. Tank top and a dress skirt and look professional. So when I show up at appointments, I look like I know what I'm doing. Plus, we have been taught that you trust people in business coats. You go to the doctor's office, if your doctor walked in the room and he was in slouchy clothes, sweatpants, would you trust what he's telling you about your medical advice? Probably not. If your dentist sat at your head of your, went to go dig in your teeth and he looked like he bathed in 3 days, would you trust him? Probably not, okay? When you go into the mall, to the makeup counters, what do you see? Women in beauty coats. Beauticians wear coats. Anything with a coat brings about some type of status, okay? So when you walk into an appointment in a coat, instantly you are judged. I hate to say that, but you are judged by the audience that is there. And when they see you in a coat, then they think, she knows what she's doing, okay? It's simple, it's beautiful. I think there's three different designs of these coats that you can buy. Okay, so you find the one that fits for you. Am I recommending you go and spend your money on this today? Am I requiring it? No. But it is so nice to be able to throw this coat on and go, okay? Just I want you to know that it is a great tool for you until you move into your red jacket or until you become a sales director. It gives you a jacket to wear to give you status, okay? I know that I sit taller, stand taller, and look better when I'm in my beauty coat. No lie, a while ago I went through my beauty coat on and walked through the den and my husband goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I got a Zoom call tonight." He said, "Oh," I was like, "Thought you were going to leave for an appointment or something." I'm like, "No, I'm not leaving you tonight." So he knows when he sees the coat exactly what that means, okay? So just want to mention to you about the beauty coat. Again, where do you get that? MK Connections. Ask your director. She can point you in the right direction. The next thing that I want to talk to you about is probably one of the most important things you could ever do in your Mary Kay business. So I'm going to share my screen, so give me just a second. Don't panic when you see all the 500 files on my desktop. I work off my desktop and then I delete what I don't need after I'm finished working on something. So we are going to talk about a weekly plan sheet. And I'm a big person that believes in you being able to see what in the world I'm talking about. And second of all, it is a tool that when you plan your work and work your plan, your goals will happen in Mary Kay. When you get an idea in your head of what you want to do, but yet you don't know how to do it and you don't have a plan to do it, then you will not reach your goal. You will walk around feeling like you're working all the time and nothing ever gets done, okay? There's a couple of planning tools we're going to talk about today. So this is the first planning tool. This is a weekly plan sheet. Now this one particularly runs Monday to Sunday from 8 a.m. to 10 o'clock p.m. Now some of you may need your weekly plan sheet to run from 6 a.m. to 10 or 6 a.m. to... You can customize your own weekly plan sheet, but this is one that I have done that I have worked off of because my morning time is pretty set. I mean, I get up, get the kid up, get a shower, blah, 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 blah. All that happens before 8 o'clock. There's no need in me writing that on this weekly plan sheet because it stays the same every single week. No need to change it, okay? What changes in my life is between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night, okay? Unfortunately, my days sometimes do go to 10 o'clock at night. So this is the part of my life that is going to change on a weekly basis. So what I'm going to go ahead and tell you today, your assignment for this week as a new consultant is to complete 2 weeks of this weekly plan sheet. So what you'll do is you'll print out 2 copies. And up here in the first field, you will write tomorrow's date, which is the 6th. So you'll put 5/6. Then here you'll put 5/7, 5/8, yada, 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 yada. And on the second sheet, you'll pick up next week. And you are going to draw out your ideal weekly plan. Now understand, this is something you do before the week starts. This is not a sheet to fill in as the week goes along. This is a pre-planning sheet. Just like a teacher in a classroom has to have a lesson plan, this is your lesson plan for the week. And everything about your life goes on this sheet. Everything. Everything. I even put my husband time on the sheet. When I say husband time is when I turn Mary Kay off and it's just me and him. Watching TV, going out to eat, preparing meals, whatever. Everything. My children's appointments go on this sheet. My church time goes on this sheet. My phone time goes on this sheet. My Zooms go on this sheet. My appointments go on this sheet. Everything goes on this sheet. Okay, so let me close this one. And I am going to open up one that is a mock one filled out. Okay, it's just an example one for you to see filled out, if it'll work. Abracadabra. Here it comes. It's taking its sweet time. Okay, so let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger. There we go. So here's an example of a weekly plan sheet. Again, morning time is not written in there, but here are certain things. This is for someone that maybe works a normal 8 to 5 job. So they're at job from 8 till 12. They have a lunch break, then they go back from 1 to 4. So they've written their job in all week long. Then they've gone in, they've picked in here, put their different deals for the week on here. Family time, Mary Kay party time. This is what a weekly plan sheet looks like. If you had doctor's appointments, you would stick those in here, okay? Whatever you've got going on for the week goes on this sheet. Now notice here, I've got a Mary Kay meeting time on this one. There's phone time, family time, facial. This week doesn't have a lot of room for a lot of appointments to be held. So this person might only be working as a hobby. They're doing it once a week, one facial a week. They have their meeting time. They're taking guests to meetings with them. And then they've got Mary Kay party time over here. So then when you're getting on the phone to make your booking attempts and you're trying to figure out when you can hold a party, then you can say, is a week time or a weekend time better for you? And she says a week time. Then you can say, I have 4 o'clock on Friday, or I have 7 o'clock on Friday, because maybe I'm willing to give that as an appointment time instead of phone time. Okay, it just depends. And she's like, oh, that would work for me. If not, it might be the next week that you can put her in. But if she says weekend, you could say, well, I have some time on Saturday at 10 o'clock. Would that work for you? You book your appointments in these slots. You create this plan that works best for you, okay? So I'm going to stop for just a second. Does anybody have any questions about how this weekly plan sheet works? Unmute your phone if you do so that I can answer your questions. There is one of these on InTouch, MaryKayInTouch.com. You can type in weekly plan sheet and one will pop up. It looks a little different from this one. I think it goes Sunday to Saturday, where this one goes Monday to Sunday. You can do it however it works for you best. So no questions? Okay, perfect. Moving on. So that is the weekly plan sheet. So your first homework assignment is to print 2 of these and fill out your ideal weekly week this week and ideal weekly week next week. You're going to be amazed at how much time either you're using that you didn't realize you were using, or how much time you have available for you, okay? The second training, pro planning type thing that I want to talk to you about is a 6 most important things to do list. This is a list that you create every single day of the 6 most important things that you must get done today, okay? 6 most important things. Now, typically in my household, I have a 6 most important list household list and a 6 most important things Mary Kay list. You may merge it all into one, and you may not have the volume of things in Mary Kay that you need to get done like I do. And y'all, I don't have a special fancy sheet that I use. I use scrap paper. I cut in half paper that I've used that I messed up on or whatnot. I pull out one piece of paper every single day. There's a stack on my desk. I pull it out, and I literally draw 6 boxes. So I purposely have one sitting here for you to see what I'm doing, because my brain likes to check things off. I am a check off kind of girl, okay? So I draw 6 boxes, and I write the 6 things that need to get done on this list beside the 6 boxes. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be perfect. There is no perfection in Mary Kay because it's always changing. So then you write down the 6 most important things that you might need to get done. One might include attend your Zoom meeting. That was important. I needed to do that today. Another might need to be that I need to bag a bag of products, bag Michelle's products. Another thing that I need to do is call Sally. She had some questions. Maybe I need to do my booking time. Okay, and I'm jotting these things on my list. I do these, typically it's best to do these at night before you go to bed, but I'm not good at that. Okay, by the time nighttime rolls around, I'm spent. I can't even think about tomorrow. It's what I do when first thing I get up, I sit down after I've done the morning routine with family. When I go to quote work, this is the first thing I do. I make my list. And as I get them done throughout the day, I check them off. I'm on my Zoom call right now. Check it off. I feel good. I feel accomplished, and I have a happy dance because I did something on my list today. So that at the end of the day, when I have all check boxes, y'all gonna laugh. But when I get all check boxes, then I get my fun little Sharpies or highlighters, and then I draw this on there. Y'all, you find that I'm crazy, but it's okay. I get a smiley face for the day. I love it. I love my smiley faces. It makes me feel good. I leave it on the desk. And then the next morning when I come sit down to do my next 6 most perfect things, I look at this. It makes me feel good. I throw it in the trash, and I start all over again. Okay? So I know it sounds crazy, but sometimes you have to do things like that to feel like, whoa, I got something done yesterday. You know, I know y'all feel that way, and I'm not the only crazy one out there, but it gives me smiley faces, and I get so excited, and then I throw it away. Okay? 6 most important things list. I do that with my family too. I need to wash clothes today. I need to go to the grocery store today. I need to do this, this, and this, and this, get it done. I need to call this place because they billed me wrong on this part of my insurance. Do y'all have these problems? I hope so. Okay, I hope that I'm not the only one in the world that has to fight all these crazy things. Same thing, check them off, I feel accomplished, okay? Just helps me stay focused. So that's the 6 most important things list. Yes, there's cute forms out there. If you like a cute form, more power to you. My little pieces of paperwork, okay? Questions there? Oh, everybody good? This means I'm good. Thumbs up, we're good. Fabulous. Okay, moving right along. So those are your pre-planning things. The next thing you need to know is tracking. Well, you can't track your activity until you know what your goal is going to be. So I want to make sure you know about a couple of promotions and programs that Mary Kay has in place so that you can decide what is your first goal. Because I really want you to be thinking about that. What is your first goal? What is your first 1 week goal? And what is your first 1 month goal? Now, if you're a seasoned consultant and you're starting over with us, you still have a 1 week goal and a 1 month goal, just like a brand new consultant does. I want you to put your brain in the aspect of, I can't change what happened yesterday, so I'm starting fresh today. That is what these goals are. So I want to make sure you know about a couple of programs. So again, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to open up, close this one out, and open up this one right here. Pearls of Sharing. This is a program that your director is doing that allows you to earn your first set of pearls with Mary Kay. It starts with a pair of earrings, then you earn a bracelet, then you earn a necklace, and you know what? Sometimes you earn them in different orders, okay? Depending on what happens in your business. So no matter if you're a brand new consultant or a seasoned consultant, if you will get your director a list of 10 people that you know would help you with some training and help you earn some pearls. All we need is their name, their phone number, and a brief thing about them. And when I say a brief thing about them, I mean, she's my sister, she's a coworker, she's my realtor, she's my aunt, you know, something that ties you to them so that when I call them or your director calls them, there's a connection there, okay? Send that list to your director. She is then going to sit down and go through that list and start calling people. After she has shared the marketing with 5 of these people, their names are going to go on this chart. You're going to message her and say, Julie, you've completed the 5 people because you've talked to Sally, Michelle, Marie, Jennifer, and Katie. I earn my pearls. Please send me my pearls. You get your earrings because when she shared with 5 people, you get earrings. When she shares with 5 more people, you get your bracelet. And see, what we know, the rule of numbers at Mary Kay is that 1 in 10, really it's more than that, but we know that if we do 10 sharing talks for you, you're guaranteed you're probably going to have your first team member. And when you get your first team member, you get the necklace to go with it. Now, the reason you might get this in different orders is because number 3 might actually sign up and say, become a consultant for you before we finish the 10. So you might get your necklace before you get your bracelet. It's okay. We keep going through the 10. So even if you've been in for a year or 2 years, if you'll create a new list and get it to your director, from the day that you get her that director, you've got 30 days to finish and earn your pearls. We restart that 30 days when you give us a list. Okay, now, just know that these pearls are beautiful. And I meant to pull them out to have some to show you, and I forgot they're in a box somewhere, so forgive me. This sheet right here was just to show you a tracking. I'm going to email you this so that you can keep up with it. Because as your director talks to your prospects, she's going to come to you and say, hey, no, I talked to Katie the other day and this is what she said. And you're going to write it on the tracking sheet. Please, 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 please don't make your director track it because she is tracking 50 different people and there is no way she's going to keep up with all of them. She's just going to work down your sheet and you're going to keep up with who she talked to, okay? They're your pearls, so let you track them and then come claim your prize. Questions on pearls? Anybody? Everybody good? We good? Thumbs up if we're good? Perfect, perfect. Okay, stopping on that one. The other one I want to share with you is the program called our Star Consultant Program. And I'm excited that we are kicking off this session of new consultant training because you still have time to still be a star by June 15th. So the first thing, this program is done by Mary Kay. Mary Kay tracks this, okay? And it's done on a quarterly basis, so you have 4 opportunities to win some amazing prizes from Mary Kay, okay? These are prizes that I would not necessarily go out and spend money on myself because I don't do that. That's not my personality. I don't go spend money on myself, but by golly, I'll work to win one of these prizes for me, okay? The quarters go from a mid-month to a mid-month. So this current quarter that we're in is March 16th through June 15th. There is hope for you if you don't even have a single order on the scoreboard. There have been times in my career that I would find myself 5 days before the end of the quarter, not have a penny on the scoreboard and still be a star consultant. Y'all, I have been a star consultant for 59 quarters. 59 of these big bad prizes are floating around in my house somewhere. Or I've regifted them. Shh, don't tell anybody. Okay? Happens sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, we do prize giveaways, so maybe I've regifted some of them. But I picked them on purpose to regift them, okay? So 59 quarters. Now, I will tell you, I have reached a level 56. I think it's when you get a cool ladder that's got diamonds and stuff on it. But right now, just know that that's down the road. I've been in Mary Kay forever. That's just what it's all about, okay? So I want to show you the star prizes. But before I do, I want to explain how this program works. Mary Kay considers you a star consultant when you add up all of your orders from March 16th to June 15th, and its grand total is 1,800 in wholesale. So I'm going to call those points, okay? 1,800 points. When you have 1,800 points added together, so $1,800 worth of wholesale orders over the 3 months, you are a star consultant. So I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to show you what that means. My screen won't zoom. There we go. Whoa, that was a little too big. Hang on, sorry. Now it's too small. Bear with me. Go bigger, go bigger. One more time. There we go. Okay, so when you reach 1,800 wholesale, you are given the option of choosing a sapphire prize. See the box at the bottom? This one down here? This is sapphire prizes. So at 1,800 points, you get to choose one of those big bad prizes, okay? Notice there is an option down here for a voucher to get an MK Connections voucher. You know what you can spend that MK Connections voucher on? Your beauty coat, okay? So see, there's ways to get this beauty coat for free. When you achieve a star status, you can order your beauty coat for a voucher. So it's a percentage off or dollar amount off, okay? But there's some fun prizes. But notice that there's some other levels. There's ruby, emerald, diamond with higher level prizes. So the higher your order amounts are when they add together, the higher your star can be, okay? But there's one more secret to this program. When you start adding team members to your team, remember that list that you're going to create for your director? When she starts adding new people to your team and your new person comes in what we call qualified, don't get it hung up on that right now, okay? But when she is qualified, then you're going to get an additional 600 points added to your 1,800. So you physically still have to reach 1,800 during the quarter. And then on June 15th, Mary Kay looks and says, okay, Shannon has 1,800 points. Yay for her. Kudos to her. She's a star. But she also has an additional 600 points because Katie signed on her team and is qualified. So now Shannon is bumped from being a sapphire. She's now a ruby. She gets to pick a higher level prize because she reached her star and she added team members. Okay? So she gets to be a ruby star. So prime example, last quarter I was a diamond star. My ordering amount was 1,800, but I got to pick a diamond star prize on last quarter because I had some qualified points added to it. So every time you add a team member that gets qualified, you get 600 more points, okay? And at the end of the quarter, this flyer goes away and a whole new set of prizes come in. I will tell you that this quarter's prizes are always the best prizes because it's the last quarter of the seminar year. It is phenomenal. Now, there's one more piece to this STAR program. When you are a STAR consultant, all 4 quarters, so they go from July to June, all 4 quarters, July to June, There is a 5th prize. In the past 2 years, Mary Kay has done a Kate Spade purse. Either it's a wallet, a purse, a cross-tote, a backpack. I didn't pull those pictures up to show you, but there is a Kate Spade purse that you can earn when you have been a star consultant all 5 quarters. You get, or all 4 quarters, you get a 5th prize. If you go to seminar, you get to pick it up there. If you do not go to seminar, you don't get the prize. So you want to make sure you go to seminar. That's a whole other topic for another day. But I just want you to know that there's gobs of prizes made available to you. My husband and I were just talking about a Yeti cooler today because they are so cool, and I can't imagine spending that kind of money on a Yeti cooler. But absolutely, I would work my butt off to win a Yeti cooler. Okay, so you can look at these prizes and see there's some pretty cool prizes on here. Again, I'm going to email this to you so you can look at it and study it. Okay, so this is a star consultant. Questions here? Everybody good? Thumbs up, we're good? Perfect. Remember, I got a buttload of these floating around my house somewhere, okay? The program is worth it because here's what I know. Mary Kay says that when you are selling products, she's going to reward you with prizes. But what she also knows is that when you have a goal, such as a star consultant goal, then you will work with your plan so that your action happens. And the phrase that ultimately has been said in Mary Kay is that stars win cars. When you're consistently a star consultant every single month, that means you've got a customer base that is ordering from you and a new customer base that you're meeting that has enough production happening that you could maintain winning a car in Mary Kay. It's not the car requirements. That's not how you win a car. It's just the saying that everybody says, when you're a consistent star, then you can start thinking about winning a car in Mary Kay. Okay? So that is the Star Consultant Program. Which leads me to the final piece, tracking. If you don't track your daily work, your end result will not be what you wanted from the beginning of the month. You will just get what you get. But if you track it, you can go after what you want and control what you get. Okay? In Mary Kay, you're going to learn that Mary Kay is mathematical. It's all numbers. If you will learn to work the numbers, you will remove the emotional side of the successes and the failures. The successes, we love to keep the emotion, but not even failures, but the rejections. Because hear my heart, you are going to have rejections. Prime example. I had a girl tell me 3 weeks ago that she would gladly do a skincare class for me when I came back to South Carolina at the end of May. She was super excited. She said, get back with me at the beginning of May. Let's get a date set. I mean, we went left and right. We were so excited. I was sure this party was going to happen. Well, we're at the beginning of May. I messaged her. I called her, then I messaged her. And she told me yesterday, girl, there is so much going on those last 2 weeks. There is no way that I can do a party for you. Maybe we can catch up the next time you're back in South Carolina. Y'all, that's a rejection, but it's not a rejection to me, okay? But you're going to get them. I still get them today. They're going to happen. But do you know what I know? When I work enough numbers, that rejection, it was almost a breath of like, whew, because I was afraid I wasn't going to have enough time to get all of them in. Like that was the feeling that I had been feeling. And I was like, whew, because the numbers protect the heart, okay? So tracking, whatever your goal is, create a sheet that you can track your daily activity to achieve that goal. So I want to talk about the goals. Let's say that you want to make X amount of dollars for the month. Let's say that you want to add $500 to your bank account for the month. Okay, I'm just using a general goal. That's your goal. So in order to make $500 profit, using easy math, you need to sell $1,000 for the month. So the way I would create a tracking for that is I would take $1,000 divided by 4. Why would I divide by 4? Because there's 4 weeks in the month. Well, 1,000 divided by 4 comes out to be how much? $250, right around $250, is that right? $250 a week sold. I need to sell $250 a week. So then I can break that down to how much do I need to sell per day? Divide 250. Let's say I don't want to worry about selling 7 days. Maybe I just want to sell for 5 days. What does that give me? $250 divided by 5, $50 a day. Can I track selling $50 a day? Absolutely. So now I know what I'm tracking. Whether I take another one of my cute little pieces of paper and draw the squares and fill them in as I do them, whether I'm computer crafty and create me a cute tracking sheet and fill them in, that's fine. Whether I want to open up my notepad on my phone and write in every single day how much I've sold, I've got to have a daily thing. So what that tells me is on my 6 most important list, one of the things on that box needs to be what? Sell $50. So that I get a check mark when I sell $50. Because if I don't get a check mark, I don't get a smiley face. Okay? And I know y'all think that's silly, but that is what my brain does. So that would be on my 6 most important things if that is what I'm tracking. So my tracking activity needs to fall on this list so that I get to check it off and do the happy dance, okay? So with that said, what are you tracking? Now, there are some great tracking tools out there. There's income producing activity sheets. You can ask your director about that. There's beast mode sheets out there. You can track that. But y'all, I'm telling you, if you create it, you will track it. That's what I know. If I create a tracking sheet for you, you may think it looks beautiful, but if it's not from your heart, you're not going to track it. Okay, you're just not going to. I just know that. I know, especially starting off. So it can be as simple, like I said, if you're going to add 500, you need to sell 50 a day. Write it on there. Okay, so whatever your goal is, if you want to have 1 new team member, talk to your director about what kind of activity you need to be doing to track to get to your goal. Okay, if you want to win pearls, what activity? If you want to receive a gift in the mail from your director because you achieved this, what activity? Okay, I want you to see that your goals need to be specific, specific to you and your life. I could set some goals for you. I could tell Roz, hey, I got a goal for you, girlfriend, but it's not my goal. It's got to be yours. It's got to be hers. She was tracking last month, doing 30 faces for the month. So she texts me throughout the month, I've done this many faces, I've done this many faces. She was tracking it day by day by day, and she's smiling. So does that mean she finished her goal? So I'm putting her on the spot. Did you finish your goal?
I did 26 out of the 30.
20.
And almost half of them came back for their color appointment.
Very good. That is
I would have had over 30 had 5 appointments held.
That is fabulous. Yay, yay.
They were all brand new faces. Nobody faces.
But you know what the key piece was? She was tracking daily activity. Because if she had waited to the last week and went back and counted how many faces she had done, she would have thought that she had done a lot more than she really did if she had not been tracking it every single week. Because our brains tells us we're doing more than what we're physically doing, because that makes us feel good. We think we're doing more than we really are. Okay, so tracking it. The second piece of tracking it is be accountable to someone, whether that's your director, whether that's another consultant on the call, whether that's your recruiter, somebody. Be accountable. And see, she told me, and I'm not her director, but she told me one because she knew I was cheering her on, but she also knew I'd ask her about it. She knew I'd call her on it. And that's why she found somebody that scared her that she knew would call her on it. Okay. What she doesn't know is I already knew how much she'd done because I had talked to her director about it already. I have been asking about her behind the scenes. Okay. So it just is what it is. Okay. So come up with a goal. So you have 2 assignments for this week. One is 2 weeks worth of weekly accomplishment sheets, weekly plan sheets filled out. And number 2 is you're going to tell your director what your 1 week goal is and 1 month goal is. So typically what I do is I take my month and I break it backwards, and that determines my week. Okay, does that make sense? Take your month goal, because see, you got the whole month of May to work. Now, if you're going out of town for Memorial Day weekend, y'all, mark it off. Don't plan to work that weekend, but adjust your goal and your breakdown of your goal according to what your weekly plan sheets show you. Okay, does this make sense across the board? Does anybody have any questions? Any questions? Unmute if you do. Okay, no questions. All right, so for 1 second, don't go anywhere. We're not done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the recordings. For those of you that are watching recording, thank you. Let your director know if you have any questions. I'm going to stop the recording.